Hi there, welcome to the second video of our series Google Sheets for Beginners. Our today's topic is core concepts of Google Sheets. In the previous lesson, you have learned what Google Sheet is, how to access it for free, and how to organize and navigate through Google Sheets. In today's video, you learn the core concepts of rows, columns, cells, cell ranges, cell references, and their workings. Once you understand these concepts, working with formulas and functions will become much easier for you. So let's get started. Now we will start learning the building blocks of every spreadsheet. And these structures are rows. Rows run horizontally across the worksheet. Every row is identified by a number, that is 1, 2, 3, and so on. Columns. Columns run vertically. They are identified by letters A, B, C, D, and so on. Where a row and column intersects, it is called a cell. Every value in a spreadsheet is stored inside cells. The selected cell with the thick border is called the active cell. A cell address is recognized by its column letter and row number. A1, B1, C1, etc. Cell range. A group of cells is called a range. Cell reference. Cell references are the most important concepts in spreadsheets. As you know, formulas refer cell addresses instead of numbers in the cell. These addresses are called cell references. For example, cell A has a value 100 and cell B 200. In formula, we use references A1 plus A2 instead of putting numbers in it, that is 100 or 200. If you have ever copied a formula in another cell, you will notice that the result changes automatically. That's because of cell reference. There are three types of cell references: relative reference, absolute references, and mixed references. Relative reference is the default reference used by Google Sheets. Notice my formula A2 into B2. Now I will drag the fill handle downward. Watch carefully. The next formula becomes A3 into B3. Then A4 into B4. Google Sheets automatically adjusts the row numbers. That's exactly how relative references work. Whenever you copy a formula, Google Sheets changes the reference according to their new position. Relative references are perfect when every row follows the same calculation. Absolute reference. Now let's learn about absolute references. Suppose our tax rate is stored in cell F1. Every product should use the same tax rate. If I write A2 into F1, and copy the formula, Google Sheet changes F1 into F2, then F3, then F4. Those cells are empty, so the calculation becomes incorrect. To prevent this, we log the reference. We do that by placing our $sign before both the columns and the rows. Like this, $F$1. Now when I copy the formula, the price changes from A2 to A3 to A4, but the tax rate always remains F1. The $sign tell Google Sheets, don't change the reference. An easy way to remember it is $sign log the cell. You can also press F4 key from your keyboard to log the reference. Repeat it to remove the lock. Mixed references. The third type is called a mixed reference. A mixed reference logs only one part of the cell address. For example, $A1 here, the column A is logged, but the row number can change. Another example is A$1. Now the row is logged, but the column can change. Mixed references are commonly used in multiplications tables, templates, and advanced calculations. As a beginner, don't worry if this seems a little confusing. The important thing is to understand that you can lock either the column or the row or both. Bonus tips: autofill and fill handle. Now let's look at one of the biggest time-saving feature in Google Sheets, autofill. The small blue square in the lower right corner of the selected cell is called the fill handle. You can drag it to automatically copy values, formulas, and patterns. For example, if I type January and February, Google Sheet can continue with March, April, May, and so on. The same works for numbers, days of the week, months, and formulas. When copying formulas, Google Sheet automatically adjusts relative references. This makes data entry much faster and reduces repetitive work. Let's quickly review today's lesson. We have learned rows, columns, cells, cell ranges, and cell references. Relative references changes automatically when copied. Absolute references stays fixed using $sign. Mixed references lock either the row or the column. Autofill helps copy formulas, numbers, and patterns quickly. The fill handle is a powerful tool for speeding up your work. These concepts are essential for creating accurate and efficient spreadsheets. That's all for today's lesson. In our next video, we'll learn how to enter, editing, and formatting data using formulas and basic functions. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like the video, subscribe to channel, and share it with anyone who wants to learn Google Sheets. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning, keep excelling with Mantra Edge.